minutes of the 13th. Did everybody get agendas?
No, I don't think so. See, I don't think
Did you take an agenda or?
I was just looking, because I don't, to see if I did, and I don't think I did. I think I looked at one, but I didn't.
After the 10th. So look at a nice staff with the one that's not a draft.
So I,
Mine I'll figure out.
I think we all said
Maybe,
that.
maybe done better. Oh, Lord. I'll keep it here.
So for the February 10th meeting, I thought we revised these
I do too.
already, because we revised them at the budget hearing.
We did the many minutes of budget hearing.
We revised,
We revised the 6th
okay,
meetings to update Ron's issue.
okay. All right, that's what I'm thinking of. I have the dates wrong.
Yeah, but this was what you're concerned about, right?
The 10th
Right.
was where we made the amendment to the 6th,
Okay,
which is here.
But it still says what it said before.
This is what?
The statement that people took issue with is still in there.
so,
Here's February 3rd.
Because I actually I don't always type up an amended meeting minutes, but I did for the 6th, which this paragraph was corrected.
so 10th was a budget hearing. So I think this is the 6th, the draft minutes before they were amended, from the 6th, and.
No, it's not, we wouldn't have draft on it. I'll get the 6th amended the next We talked about the 6 minutes, that's on the 10th, we discussed to approve the 6 minutes, which is when we did that paragraph to amend the 6 minutes.
But we didn't have
Yes.
the actual ones to sign. We only had drafts, remember?
No, you had the 6, they were signed.
No, sweetie, Jo Beth had marked it up with pencil.
Because I think these are the sixth.
Yeah, and
Even though
these,
they said the
yeah,
10th.
because
Because the 10th was a budget hearing
right, because these are, the ones that were, like, people took issue with.
that we revised.
We revised it.
Yep.
Yeah, because the budget hearing was February 10th, correct?
Correct.
The budget meeting was the 10th.
And Bob wasn't here prior to that.
Right, so this has to be the meeting beforehand. So this is just, instead of being these are, I know it says the 10th, but these are actually the draft on the 6th, not the 10th. So I think we just still need to get the minutes from the budget hearing and the meeting on that day.
And why would I have on the 10th a motion to accept the minutes of the 6th?
Because we accepted them, but we didn't have them to sign.
So, look
Or
at
was that
the,
the 10th?
So,
There were so many meetings, I can't
this one
remember which
talks about the same things. Bob Winkworth was here, and we talked about Tammy's co-op, so I think it's,
Was it the 10th, right, yeah, that was the budget meeting, and we accepted appointments for the planning board. Right, the meeting?
yes.
Yeah, so that's important to have, right?
Mhm.
These are the same.
You've got Bob presenting his highway budget,
Bob left at
and you've got
6.
the QuickBook changes, and
These
you've got,
are the minutes, the February 6th amended.
yes.
And this is a draft of the 10th. It does not have that in it.
We don't have that one then.
We've got a different one.
You can say a different one. You just gave,
This is
printed
the
up.
one we've been looking at. No wonder we're so good.
All right.
We were-
Now it makes sense to me.
We're
This
not
should
trying to be
This
difficult.
should be what you have for the draft of the 10th.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to.
So I read these online and went, they were fine. And this will be amended, and I read that.
Now you can see why I thought you all were crazy.
We are, but
Yeah.
this time we just had,
Once in a while, we're right, not often, but.
That's it.
think the problem is we're just having too many meetings.
I know, we're like, oh my God.
I'm having trouble keeping them straight.
And I knew I had screwed up a couple of dates, but I thought I had fixed them.
No, I think I just, you printed out the
But I
wrong ones,
probably
thinking.
printed it before I discovered it and fixed it. And didn't.
There are even minutes out there from the Conservation Commission.
There isn't?
Oh,
Oh, there are?
interesting. Boy, it's a doozy. It's a doozy.
Doesn't good?
We have a motion to
Yeah.
accept.
I make a motion to accept the meeting minutes of February 10th.
I second it.
Any
As is.
Any changes or corrections? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thanks.
And you all have the 13th draft.
Yes.
I might double check those figures. I think those are right.
Are we good on February 13th, everyone?
I was just pulling up to check the numbers. And they're right, correct?
Of course they are. You challenge me.
All right. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes of February 15th?
I make a motion to accept the February 13th.
I I second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Do we have any changes or corrections?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And I don't have a non-public typed up yet, so I will.
This is the original, signed original.
Oh, yeah, I don't wanna sign the draft.
So I will bring the
we
non-public to the
have-
next meeting.
Do we have minutes from the budget hearing itself?
No,
Okay.
because my assumption and past practice in every other place I've been is that the town clerk
Does
keeps
some.
the minutes of the budget hearing. So I asked Jessie, when I gave a copy, she brought in the minutes form.
She brought the tape recorder with
She
her.
has a tape recorder that she did not plan to type up minutes, she said she never had them.
And is
I'm
that,
sure if you ask her, she will.
does that
but-
mean, is that a difference between, and I'm going to forget, you know, the towns who have a deliberative session versus
Yeah.
a public hearing?
And you don't have to take minutes at the budget hearing. When I was in my 6 schools, most of them did, but I think there was one that did not keep minutes.
Well, John videoed it, correct? You might wanna hold on to that, just so we.
I have it saved at home.
And Jessie has a tape of it. So if you ask me to ask her, you would like some minutes of budget hearing, then I can ask her for that.
Do you wanna ask
But
her?
that's why they're so brief.
So, or, I mean, I can remember most of the discussion in summary. To
Well,
do a
that's
draft.
up, that's up to you. I mean, I just,
I mean,
to,
I hate to
in
ask her
my
after the
experience, the
fact.
town clerk is the one that keeps minutes, so, or maybe we need to say for the next year,
Well, who's doing town meeting day?
she does, that's definitely town clerk. And you do need to keep minutes of the town meeting.
But she didn't keep meetings of the special town meeting.
I thought she would
You
do
took
them.
meetings, you took minutes of the special town meeting.
I did, and she may have had them too, I don't know, but she should have.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't feel strongly one way or another. I mean, I'm happy to try to draft something that we can prove next.
But
Next week.
file away for you. If you're keeping a notebook of what to do better next time, would be to ask her to please keep minutes of the budget here and the town meeting.
Right, just be clear who's doing what.
Yeah. I mean, I have just a semantic type issue that the minutes of the last year's town meeting don't label what they are at the top. They just die. It just drives me crazy, little things like that, and it's not necessarily wrong.
Yeah. I'll misspell something, you can drive Jo Beth crazy.
Sorry, what did you say?
Nothing.
Okay, well, then I didn't hear, right?
Whatever it was. There.
It's nice that we can.
So,
Are you making fun of me again?
no,
Just
no,
that
we
it's-
just, it's nice that everybody can laugh and not take it personally.
Yeah, it is, definitely.
So, I took it upon myself to ask the Carters to look at this a little closer.
Yes, and she did fix it, and I have it corrected.
Yeah, I kind of said, it doesn't make sense, so she's like, oh, that was, I shouldn't have put that there, but that's what, so she redid the whole thing this weekend.
And I
No, but
have it-
didn't she have dates of checks and stuff?
Well,
She doesn't have that folder, but I don't know.
she kind of had a checkbook, but it really wasn't clear.
But that, I mean, wouldn't
But
we have the actual transactions for Samson?
She does, but it doesn't say what. It just gives the, she doesn't have like the checks.
Yeah.
She just has
Because
that,
doesn't, because can't you get the copies of the checks, because typically you would do that.
And we talked about her getting all of the statements, right?
she has all the
And getting the
statements.
copy of the check that she needed. So is that still a work
She
in progress?
hasn't, it had it on an email that she just didn't do it right, and she fixed it.
Okay.
And I guess you call her, and Tammy also called her. I thought Tammy had sent her information to help review it, but all Tammy sent her was the spreadsheet.
So, at first she was off a couple $1,000, and I said, well, you know, that could have happened prior, in 2017, 2018, but we just need it to be accurate right now
Right.
for 2019. But she couldn't leave it alone, she had to go through all of it until she found
Yeah,
all of it.
I think we should stay on it.
So, I mean, I just said, it doesn't add up, because of what are the odds that you would have paving in 2018 and paving in 2019 for the exact same amount? And that we only had like 15,000 something, and this says 86, she's like, how stupid was that? I'm like, it's okay, we just need you to fix it. So she did.
This looks much better. Before we jump to this, since I'm following the agenda, do you have the information that Christine gave us? I just wanted to. Just look at that, as a 66. remember the wording in their recommendation for appointment, but it's really just Cory recommending that, not the committee.
Right.
And it is a recommendation,
Right.
and as a board, if the appointment has expired, it's our discretion.
Right, right.
So, we can still stand by that letter. Thing we probably need to discuss is the timing of having some type of open recruitment for those two positions.
Mhm. I agree, I think that's a good idea.
An excellent idea.
So, we need to have time to have an announcement so people can respond. What we did with the ZBA was ask for a letter of why they're interested in and what qualifications they bring to the position.
Mhm.
Is there anything else?
No, I think that's good.
And by the time we put it out on the web and get some responses, we should allow
Oh, a certain amount of time to be able to.
a certain amount of time, right?
Right.
Pull up the calendar then. So today's the 17th, and then we're getting into March with the town meeting. Shall we look for after town meeting
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
and let the current members stay on until that point?
That's, well, it's gonna be because I assume those two are at the 18th meeting? I haven't seen it.
Tomorrow.
Huh?
Hmm?
That's tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah,
Or will be that.
right.
So we probably would make a motion to allow them to continue until.
Until we have a chance to, and they're welcome to apply.
Mm.
We just want this opportunity to reassess the membership. So what I don't have, well, let's see. So I believe the 9th would be our regular meeting to sign checks,
Before
the day before the town meeting. And then, do we want to stay on weekly meetings for a little bit? Because I still feel like we're catching up, we're getting better, but
You put it in the town report, they were,
every other, I know, hoping,
oh, you did, what's it for the report?
So, we're talking about the conservation thing, so I'm going to that meeting tomorrow night,
yeah.
and in their agenda, they said, appointment for two open positions, Christine and David Spurgery shall remain serving terms until reappointment of said positions, which will take place on February 18th.
So,
Oh, you did.
they cannot, according to right to know laws, they cannot make a decision without an open meeting that's
Right.
been noticed and
Right.
that's public. They can make a recommendation to the select board,
This is select board's decision.
yes.
And
And the
they can,
appointment's
and they
expired.
can make a motion and vote on it
At the
at
meeting,
tomorrow's meeting, but
To
So they've
recommend
already
people.
violated,
yes,
they've already violated protocol there because they didn't do that at the 21st.
so their letter is that I, Cory St. Cyr, am recommending that Christine Rouillard continue her appointment as an active member of the Dalton Conservation Committee for another 3 years. It's not the committee.
Right.
So that's why I wanted to see these, to see if it was a committee decision. But the way it's worded, it's just the chair making a recommendation.
Okay.
And so the committee is welcome to vote for making.
Is the
make a
chair
recommendation.
allowed to do business though after a meeting? Like, can you do things outside of this meeting in that capacity? I don't think
No.
you can. So a decision was made outside of their meeting. I'm just saying,
I'm just,
I know you're trying to get through it, I'm just,
that's a fine point that I would want guidance on. I don't think we need to go there.
Yeah.
I think we can just,
Stick with the RSA.
Yes.
Oh, I'm just asking for
And
clarification.
they have, their practice is that they can make a recommendation,
But the select board is, it makes
it's
the,
a recommendation, so we get to,
make the actual appointment.
yes. When the term has expired.
Right.
It's different, it's a whole different threshold if it were in the middle of an appointment.
Right.
Comfortable with that?
Yeah,
For
definitely.
tomorrow?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So are you going to set up dates to have letters and stuff now?
So basically
We
say
were just
that we're
talking about
gonna
that.
make an announcement when they'll accept, resumes for candidates.
Yes. And letters of interest.
And there's a hundred.
And, okay. So, do we want to try to get, Hmm?
I'm just confirming that the night will be checked.
yeah. We can try to get something up online by,
Tomorrow at 6:29.
no, I'm thinking next week.
Yep.
I mean, are you comfortable if I write
Yeah.
a little word?
Oh,
to put up there?
no,
Is
I
that
think
all
it's,
right?
I think it's great.
I'll give it to
You're
you.
gonna write it and send it to you? Oh, good, good.
Or do you-
I'm just gonna take the ZBA and change the words, but
You could do that, that would be fine, because I won't get to it on Wednesday unless we get out of here in time. That's not that I won't be with you. And then
but I need, if I were going to do anything, I need to know dates.
that's the next conversation.
Not,
here.
not so much when you're gonna have them up by, but when they'll be back by, so that I can
Shall
get
we-
them up in time to.
Shall we make it after the town meeting?
Yeah. I think we
So,
have way
yes,
too
oh,
much
yeah.
on our plate.
So how about,
So do the 13th.
although we don't know who is going to be here at that point either.
I know two of you.
Should we look at reviewing them on the 16th?
So
Have them back by
have them
the-
back by the 13th,
By the, how
or by
about
the
the 12th?
12th, which gives you a couple of days for sliders.
Yeah, by noon on the 12th?
So, letter of interest due March 12th.
Okay, and you're going to do the notice, right?
I did open that up, didn't I?
You did. I'm gonna pick you up on it.
And you're still on Conservation Commission, right?
Yes, we are.
May I ask one question
Sure.
for clarification? I'm wondering if the board can find out, there seems to be some confusion as to one member's Vanessa Hines, but apparently that same person is running as trustee for a trustee's position as a different name, Cardillo. So I would assume to run for office or position, you need to use your legal name or on your driver's license. Just seems to be some confusion
Yeah,
I
relative
guess that would come
to,
up when they get sworn in, because once we get everything sorted out, part of the thing is to have the remaining board get sworn in.
Well, what was
exactly.
she sworn
Because
in?
we don't have the oath of offices, so when we
I'm
do
just
that,
curious,
it's
just,
gonna put it off for a month or two, but I think we can deal with it then.
just want to bring it to the board's notice,
Yeah.
to your attention.
It might be worth asking, do you have to have your legal name on your voting, what do they call it when you're running?
For office, yes,
For
I believe
office.
you have to use your legal name.
Because if you
Would assume
don't,
so, but I don't
Pardon?
know. I would
Yeah,
assume,
because
because
if
I
you
don't
don't,
know,
yeah.
for sure.
people might not know who you are.
I mean, you've got Dan who runs in Bethlehem every year,
It's Dan.
who is DANN. I don't know who that is, but,
Oh, I do.
okay.
He's come to some, he's a very interesting.
Yeah, but that can't be his legal name, is
Yes,
it?
it is.
Oh, is it?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely it is.
Okay.
But it's kind of different because she's Vanessa Hine on the Conservation Committee, but she's Vanessa Cadilla running for trustees of trust fund.
And the trustees of the trust funds don't have control over the Conservation Commission trust funds, correct?
Right, it's different money.
Different monies, so
Mhm.
otherwise that would be a direct
Yeah, I
conflict.
didn't think about that, but
No, but
Well, I'm just thinking in terms of people might be confused, and I'm just wondering
no, I think.
if she got married or something, maybe, so we need to update her name on the Conservation Commission, I don't know.
No, I think
I
that's a
don't know the
great point, thanks
particulars.
for bringing it to our attention.
Good.
I really think that we do need to get oaths of office signed by the commission once we sort out the membership. I think that can wait till we,
Well, all this time I could have
this
been
out.
somebody besides Carol Sheltry. Just saying.
He said she
I
could be
could've
again,
been.
huh? Is that something you might be able to ask Ron, right? Qualify the name?
You just throw me into the lines.
I know, but I'm saying.
I think that can wait
I
until we.
think you can wait till we do the oaths of office.
Can I see your ID, please?
No, look,
No, just say,
Yes,
just say I'm curious, I noticed,
Yeah,
and see what she
and well,
says.
especially because it'll be on the ballot.
Right.
So,
Do you want me to contact NHMA and ask about whether they have to have the legal name on it when they sign up, but
Well, it would just
which
seem,
may be why she put that name when she signed up, because that might be her legal name.
yeah, yeah. And then she would have to use it on the office too. That's a good question.
I'll ask, because that doesn't cost us anything, so.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna notice out this week. We'll ask for letters of intent,
Let us
and,
interest.
and letters of interest, and with, why candidates are interested in what qualifications they bring to the position. They're welcome to attach resumes.
Now, is anybody still technically on board?
Yeah, there's still
three.
Chick, Vanessa,
No, I mean that's still under the term. Chick, Vanessa,
Cory,
Cory.
and Julia is all an alternate.
But we haven't gotten a legal letter saying she has withdrawn.
Which is why she still is, so.
Yeah.
Okay. That might be another,
Well, it was, verbally we were told that, but you were right to ask for it in
in
writing.
writing, we have to have it in writing.
We don't have it.
5 years down the road, I'm not gonna be sitting here saying, oh, we got that verbally.
No, but there are requirements for attending meetings, and now we're going to have a select board liaison there, ex officio. The other thing is they are approving minutes. I thought that Anna Gilboa attended the July meeting, and she wasn't listed on the minutes as attending. On the select board.
Okay,
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
they're
because when I had looked at.
there are comments about the select board not appointing, it took us a while to appoint somebody to replace her as the liaison to the Conservation Commission.
Mhm.
My understanding is that she'd gone to that July
Yeah,
meeting.
because that's when I was going back through that before we went to that meeting, I noticed that they say whoever's there, there was never a set of minutes that said that she was there.
Yeah, 'cause she didn't resign until September, so.
Right. And they made the comment about, didn't Anna bring minutes or something to the select board at some point in the discussion? So. And it's interesting how one can remember the content of a meeting differently.
Yes,
The draft minutes are online now,
of
of the Conservation Commission,
here? Or
they're
that,
on the website,
On the website,
Oh.
go to Dalton, Town of Dalton.
Conservation Commission,
okay.
What's on
the draft minutes from the Conservation Commission
I
finally
also
provided.
thought,
Oh,
there was
yeah, I
one
put them
meeting
up.
they didn't mention that's on there.
I put them up.
The October meeting that was not posted is on there.
I mean, I think they typed all this stuff.
Okay, are we all set?
Yep.
Okay.
So, I don't remember what we said on the ZBA, but do you wanna say anything about, potentially we may ask for interviews, depending on the letters of interest,
That would be, yes,
something like that,
yeah, up to the board discretion.
yeah.
I think we have to see the applicant pool. Do we need a motion? This is, we're just finalizing what we've previously agreed to. I make a motion that we proceed,
Because if you make a motion, it gives you a little more impact.
yeah.
If you're trying to go back.
I make a motion to confirm that we're going to broadly consider reappointment of the 2 expired positions on the Conservation Commission.
I will second that motion.
I'm gonna provide more detail, give me a chance to.
Yeah, I didn't get after broadly, because I didn't understand the word.
Okay, I'm sorry. I make a motion that we're going to confirm our plan to, how did I word it now? To broadly consider applicants to the 2
Vacancies.
expiring positions on the Conservation Commission. Candidates are asked to submit letters of intent and blah, 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 blah. Not later than noon on March 12th. The board will review.
I don't think you need to put anything more in it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Well, I'm thinking if the board membership changes, it might be good to have that we're going to review.
It's not going to change, Jo Beth.
I'm just trying to be,
Safe.
Realistic. I'm sorry, so what else did you
so that we'll
say?
review the applications on Monday, March 16th.
And even if I am still here, and I agree with that, so.
Well, you will still be here.
Huh?
You will still be here.
She will too.
And
My campaign manager works out.
okay. Do we have a second on that motion?
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, so budget and warrant articles and annual report.
If you want to start with the annual report, I didn't make a whole bunch of copies, but this is a single sheet. And this is a 2-sided of what I sent them, so they could start getting their,
Okay, so
Stuff
we
in
can start
order.
looking through and proofreading it?
Hmm?
So we can look through and hopefully
no,
not
just
any
to
other.
prove it. You know, I don't want to do changes. No. Yeah, if you have changes.
Is this the back, right?
I have a second one, but it's not accurate. It doesn't have the changes I made.
Trustees of the
Taking
trust
another
fund,
Monday.
I believe, or did Kip say he was staying on for a year? Clifford Carter.
No, it should be expires this year.
2020, there's a typo, I note picked up that too. Must have
And
been
he's
on
gonna go, no! He's gonna,
You tried that, I told you did everything right.
I'm trying to
I thought so
go.
too. I tried to, she sent me the PDF and I was able to convert it to Word and the formatting was so funky. I gave up from trying to format it and just retype, so.
Okay,
You know, my
if
question
you're
about
gonna make
these-
a mistake, I would put it on Rosemary's and not change it.
When we,
My question about, I had a question about the phone numbers because, like, you don't even use your town phone number, right?
No,
she
It
put
looks
I talked to
cell,
Tina today about that.
See,
she put
Oh, you've
cell.
got
We're
Sal,
gonna put it under the cell number.
okay.
Yeah.
well, I put both. I'll
yeah,
have to-
whatever, but the cell number's the one that works the
Everybody
best.
calls his cell number.
Okay.
And
It's
down at
also
the-
on the website under the burning regulations and stuff, the cell phone number's
Oh,
listed
in
there.
warranty too, okay.
So-
And down at the bottom, I put his email.
Okay, good. Good, thank you.
Bob did not want to make any changes, because his number actually goes to the town garage.
Okay.
So that's a good number for him, Jesse called me on that today. And Bob said, I don't understand what she was asking.
Hmm.
Okay, good.
And what I sent them was, like the picture of Bill and his dedication to put it on one
One
page.
page, yeah.
So I assume, hoping I'm not getting myself in trouble again, that they will do it.
You can explicitly ask them.
I did.
Can I ask a question?
Mhm.
Under the marriages, are these two different people or are they the same person?
This is from the state report.
They have Jesse E. Bachman, married to Deanna Robinson, and then at the very bottom, they have Jesse, same person, married a Catherine Marsh. Does that not say the same guy, different person?
Boy, maybe I had a short marriage.
Well, is that true?
But those come from the state report,
Okay,
by the
I'm just
census, right?
curious.
So I was just looking at the number on the warrant article, so.
Isn't that, they might get the
Checking.
first one annulled and then did the second one.
784,000.
Yeah, I see it. But one was in
580,
February and one was in
okay.
December.
Yes, sorry.
So it's possible he got divorced.
What are the odds?
But they don't have divorces, so we can't.
Right.
put that.
Yeah, no, I'm just, I'm good.
And you'll notice that I didn't put any of the West Country Council or anything like that, because we hadn't decided what we were, and I looked through them, and there was nothing that caught my eye as real helpful. So my suggestion is to, if you find one you want, is to make copies and pass it, leave them on a desk at the town meeting. And then the ones that want it can take it, and it won't cost us as much money.
Did you hear that, girls?
Yeah,
What do you think?
so, and that can be all the sheets that they gave us asking for money, we could basically say.
Well, you can go through and look at them, and number one, it gives us time to do it.
Right,
And two, we don't have to make, I don't know how many, 250 of them, we could do 50 of them. I don't think everybody that comes is interested, there are only certain ones that will be. So
we
that
could
was just,
also let them know that we'll put the material out if they have brochures.
Yep.
And they can provide us with
Yeah.
brochures.
This costs us money. I would rather just be able to put it up on the wall, if you want
that
to
is
know.
something you
I
can
know.
decide, well, the
Looking
thing
for
is, you
numbers
just,
to me.
I think the trouble is we didn't know enough this year. But,
It got voted in,
no,
just it did, 4 years ago. They voted in a town meeting
well,
to do
what
this.
Jesse said is that somebody talked about it, and people said they wanted it, but it was like one of those votes, Article 12, at the end of the meeting, that's non-binding.
Good.
So if
I
you
know.
don't want it, you can take it out. But we decided this year to keep it. And it's not 100% accurate, this is one old lady that
That's what I hated about it.
that got dropped out, and she didn't write that.
Fewer than not looking at them. I'm not checking the prior years, I'm just looking at the current budget.
So that should be,
So the individual article, there might be, the only thing would be, which I guess we would know exactly how much would be the veterans credit. So special articles and a proposed individual article. Unless that's just a particular expenditure item.
You guys have a meeting coming up soon?
We'll have a training on the 26th, and then the first Tuesday in March, we'll have a business meeting.
Just, in case she wants to come, if she has a chance, she could come say hi to him.
Oh, sure. A lot of them do that.
Yeah. What day do you think would be good?
Thought the business meeting would be good.
Okay.
Yep,
What date?
first Tuesday of the month.
Yeah.
Yep, yep. Yeah, absolutely.
These numbers I have ingrained in my head. Cool.
So the Crane and Bell,
That was written in March.
of 2019.
Yeah, it's always, and I looked through last year's was in March of the year before. So basically, it's what they write up after the audit.
Yeah, I wonder if we should,
So how is that added in the book is ready for the town hall?
I'm sorry?
So is the town hall printed after, is the book printed after town hall, or is it ready for town hall, right?
Before town meeting?
before town meeting, it has
It's
to be.
required to be handed
So how do
out
you get
on.
stuff in there with dates after?
It comes in the next year.
So this is last year's.
Oh, okay,
For this year's book.
okay, got it,
So the book is based on 2019.
okay.
So
But-
it's
but
not-
that
So did we
audit-
not
So
get
it's
a letter?
March.
Yeah, so
This
we
is
didn't get a
based
letter
on
from them?
2018.
This
Okay,
is 19.
Okay.
No, that audit report is
This
based on
is
2018.
18, so there should be one in March for 2019, is what
Right.
she's saying.
Right. Okay.
yep.
So, the trust funds, they don't put the whole thing in.
I'll do a second page. Well, I took one and I got it squinched down onto one page. Did I not grab the right one?
No, it's not the right one, because this
Right.
one says,
Fix that,
it
that's why I
stops
wanted
at
to-
the transfer station. This is a whole page, I don't know.
Yeah, well, what I did, if you could take this, you could squeeze it. You could make it fit one page.
It's similar to last year.
That's what I did, I made it fit one page, but it looked better that way because it didn't make it so small. But
Okay.
I don't
Thanks.
know,
Okay. I can play with it either way, but,
but half of this is missing. It stops right here,
yeah.
so there should
Somebody looks at
be a second page.
Yeah, because I only left one page for it, because I knew I'd switched it, so I grabbed the wrong file, so that's why I needed another set of eyes.
You got it, you probably looked at this so much you went, I think that 2 pages.
Okay.
They're doing that for us.
One page correctly.
just negative,
loss, and I thought it was 24,333.
because if you're less than that, like a net income of 21,000, 22,000, that's a negative 40.
I know, negative 39,000, I thought it was negative 24,333. We're looking at the balance sheet.
And comparing it to,
Hmm?
and comparing it to,
And comparing it to the
what page?
QuickBooks year-end
That would be in
balance.
the 61. I'm sorry, I'm comparing it to what, to which?
To the year-end for QuickBooks, because I thought we were over budget by 24,333. So it comes after the MS 61. And if you look down at the bottom under equity, net income, it says negative 39,029. Keep going past.
That was,
And the last report we had from QuickBooks, we were 24,333 over budget, not 39,000. So I'm
this was printed Friday, so.
It was 21,000 plus.
Are we in the same book? I don't think I read that.
Attention, flip over. It's more towards the front, You're going from back.
We're going back, we're going
So-
back to front. So go to the end of the MS one, keep going.
There it is.
Yep.
Okay, so,
So I'm looking right here, under equity, net income. Although this one,
as of December 31st, so, did we not do an updated one?
or is this, am I,
Well, you have to do it as of the end of the year, that's how that balance sheet works. That report,
or is this
But
having
it-
to do with revenue piece and not with expenditures?
You know what it is? It's this.
15,000.
Because remember, this got,
I was talking with Tammy, emailing with Tammy,
If
she
we
said,
took
she
that
said
money-
she couldn't find those in QuickBooks, and I said, well, neither could I, which is why I'm asking you.
if we take this balance here,
Right, so it's that line.
15 off the 39, it'll bring it down to 24 something. Correct?
24 04046.
And we didn't have this until
Which is a lot closer than.
today, or yesterday. So that would be why that's off.
Well, yeah, but nothing's been updated in my books.
You mean nothing's been updated?
It's
So-
in QuickBooks that I'm putting these from.
So we know that,
If they use money out of their trust fund,
Mm-hmm.
it comes off our budget, because you write the check through the town budget.
but then
So-
it comes into our budget from the trust funds.
Right, so for, so
But
what
it
happens
didn't.
is, in
The
terms of
trouble
income,
is, if
so in
you
the
write
income,
a check to the
she doesn't
vendor,
have that category, right? So in
There's
income,
no
we
way
need
to-
to
No.
have that
there's no way to
category.
record the
for
income
transfer
unless
from
somebody
3196.
They
doesn't.
didn't, I thought it went into, and you gave us 15,000
Look at
something.
income.
And it's on a line item on, what is it?
We didn't have that figure when we did
Tammy's
this.
comment was she could not find anywhere that was deposited,
Assets, which we just.
in our, in QuickBooks.
Who could not find Tammy?
Tammy.
So it might not have been done.
And that was kind of my thing, but my thing also was, back then, I had nothing to do with it, at least the first two. So who did those and where did those go? And if they're screwed up, it's not,
Well,
not
the
because.
$5,000 was after.
Was in May.
No, we didn't get it in the bank until after the first of the year.
No, that's our money going out, not the money coming in for the cruiser. For the cruiser that was bought. We put
Right.
money back into the trust funds for the sale of the old cruiser.
We did not take it out of the trust fund?
It was taken out of the trust fund in May to buy the cruiser for 2009. And we put 5,000 in from the warrant article that was voted, but that didn't get in until December.
So what you're saying is that 15,000 did not get deposited into the town's account? It was paid directly out of the trust funds?
That,
The 28,000, whatever the printer we bought for Jesse was, that amount was deposited. Or it
But the
went to
other
the,
one-
or it went to the treasurer. Where it was recorded, I don't know, because Maggie does all of that. I don't even look to see it.
There should be,
But the other two were paid to vendors. The cruiser was paid to the town of Lancaster.
from the
And the
trust funds.
highway out of the trust fund. And the highway, the two withdrawals were paid to two different vendors.
and one of the
Never could-
vendors I saw on our sheet, because even Rose said, what was this, and I said, it was the used parts for the highway department, and it's written in her checkbook, but it's also in ours. So there is,
So that would be the $8,600. So we
so
should
I
have
think
that
what we
as-
need to do is ask Rose to ask the bank for copies of 2019 checks. Just so
I
that,
think I may have the copies, I don't think I bought that folder with me.
Saved it.
Yes, I did. I'm surprised with my hands if they need it. I didn't bring that folder.
See, this number comes from here. So if you look at, like, this, when you look at income,
Right.
it basically, you're looking at revenue, so this
But
number is,
I may have copies of the checks,
of it, it's that number,
or at least
you know,
it's,
that added up, so that would be, you know, they kind of roll it up here, so then you have this next section, is license permit and fees, it comes from here. And then, if you look at state sources, you've got state
Basically,
revenue
this goes
is
back
here.
to what we've been
and
asking.
charges for services comes from there. And then you've got your miscellaneous, and so then there's nothing on here, on
She
MS,
doesn't
it comes
wanna
from the
say,
MS
"Oops, we screwed
nine.
up."
So you look at withdrawals, and it matches that. So we just have to add that line in for our revenue that matches our
So,
trust fund. report.
go back to the MS 636, which line is the operating transfers in?
So the operating transfers are, let me see, let me go back. So we look at revenues, so they call it income. This is kind of a summary of these.
To add that into the top line, it makes it 24, not
Right, so
39.
this is, right, so you have revenues is for, the taxes, right,
Yeah.
tax are here,
Resident tax?
Yeah.
Licenses, well, licenses. is
and then
different.
licenses permit here, and state sources is here, and then charges for services here, and miscellaneous revenue here. So then you've got for
Then
other,
you've got interfund, which right now we have,
so right now, the operating transfers is from 3916, so that's the trust fund. So you would have to get that number from the MS9 right here, so it would be the column that says withdrawal.
so right now we have nothing there
Right.
for.
Operating transfers, yes.
No, I'm just kidding.
So we should have here, the 5,000 is paid directly, right?
It's still taken out.
Because they,
No, but this is what came into our, so it'd still be on here, but it didn't come into this,
Are we absolutely 100% sure of that?
no. Okay, so if, I mean theoretically, we'd have revenues of, they should be the same, 15.4.
Yeah, well, it shouldn't be.
982.
If we pay
A
a vendor, it should come out of the town account, so it has a tracking, tracing.
Yeah, yeah.
they
I mean, there is
didn't
an
transfer
audit
the trust fund into
trail,
our
but
account,
it's just-
so they should-
I don't think it's being
It's
handled
an audit
correctly.
trail that you have to go two different places to find, and you shouldn't have to do that. Under the
Withdrawals,
town.
that-
Well, and the other
the
thing is,
withdrawal, I'm not sure. The new funds, yes, we know that this went in,
I don't know that it's being booked
and
correctly.
these others. And we don't
Which
know
is
if
not
this was
the
paid
town's fault, it's us' fault.
directly to a vendor, because this went directly to a vendor.
But I
So
think
it should be on this
the
report.
way it is
But
how
may not be
it's been
revenue
for
for us.
years.
Correct. And it should only be revenue for us
And
here, I believe.
I'm not sure to
Okay.
make the change now or wait till we get the audit.
Yes.
done, because it is an audit.
And I don't think we know what we would have for 2020 at this point, really depends what passes for warrant articles.
You know, then my other question
They
would
have-
be,
yes, they will.
No.
there's no accountability for it.
Well, it would be with the audit.
Our trustees just keep leaving us. You know, the accountability is,
Well, the trustee accounts are right,
Tina's already sent it to the printer.
but he'll send it back as a proof, so I can make corrections, which is the only reason I did it. I just wanted him to have an idea what he was in for.
So,
I mean, we took that figure and took it out, or added it too, right, Pam?
so we
Now
actually
it's
don't know
like
about this and this,
39,000.
whether.
Right, it has to be.
Last
Years ago,
Yes, we do.
like we were only 24.
It came out of, this is correct for here.
And
but
then I
for-
think it's because we used.
But I don't know where it's
Right.
entered in QuickBooks.
Right,
Right.
So now we need.
And right here, we have
Make it
interfund operating
balanced.
transfers.
Right. No, there's gonna
And
be a
special
special,
revenue fund, we should have had revenues in and expenditures out, is that revenues and estimated? I don't know what the estimated of this is. You know, this should be,
But it's not been done in past, because look,
Okay, so these haven't
part of
been,
what I did is compare them.
and it hasn't been done in the past?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's kind of what I was saying to Carol while you two were talking is, Tammy didn't have an answer for me right off. She doesn't know where it's going. This matches all the records we have. I would go with what we've got.
Okay.
Other than the two that are sitting here with us, nobody's gonna know except us.
Well,
Which
yeah,
isn't,
but we can-
which isn't a good
We
thing.
can at
That's-
least explain it.
Or have people asking the town report, but then when they do the audit, get it fixed, so that we can go forward from there on. and
Can't we
get
just
that.
ask Jessie how she normally does it?
Pardon?
I mean, can we ask Jessie? You know, because obviously it was accounted for somehow in previous years, because it was on there.
Is it in any of her notes?
In 2019, actually 2018, it's in there, 104 is in there, that was accounted through the town. I haven't seen 2018's ledger. I mean, I have, but I haven't really ever looked at that until we got the. You know, John Swan and Wade, they're all gonna win and then they're gonna have this all fixed.
Or what?
You're all gonna win and fix our trustees' accounts so that we have some kind of a better flowing system, to put it that way. Is that,
Well, somebody that's going to be conscientious and pay attention to what's going on. So the other thing we need is
Well, I can see it, you're coming
The
in
other
with no
part-
training, it's confusing.
part of the other part is,
it is confusing.
not everything is being entered into QuickBooks correctly.
That's the other piece of it.
And the people that are doing the QuickBooks entry are the accountants. That's kind of what bugs me.
And then they're not providing the support,
Yeah,
and they're,
And they want us to say that they're not responsible for the numbers figures, they just put them in there.
but they don't even understand what they're putting in and not putting in,
Thank you.
which is very, very frustrating.
yeah.
It is, it's kind of like, it almost makes me feel like they just want to make us confused. Complicated, they want to make it complicated.
Wonder why?
What?
Wonder why?
So, did they also, we also got that email from them saying that they want us to make a decision on whether.
Yeah, so let's get through this,
Yeah.
and then we need to talk about that. I just wanna keep moving on this. Okay,
So I was
so,
working on the other part.
all right, so
So I guess
I
if
guess
it's
my
not
question
business,
is
I just
that
write some
it's
disclaimer
worse
and
than-
I'm exempt
Right,
from
because the transfers from the trust.
being responsible
because
for anything. My customers don't look at it that way, they're paying me money.
this was
Wow.
So the
the
question.
revised
right.
one, the end of the year, and I thought we were down 24,333, 25.
Yeah.
That's $15,000 difference.
So the question, I guess, are you in tomorrow? Is Jessie in tomorrow?
Jessie is, after the
Tuesday.
holidays, so she isn't.
Okay. I would just ask her how that gets accounted for in income or revenue, how, because it's not, we don't see it broken out, you know, we see it, you know, it's
Yeah, but
posted
if-
here,
if-
but the numbers reflect that it's added in.
But if Tammy, who works for Colas, who advises Jessie, can't tell him.
You're on the phone with them, she's not here, like, if you have the sheet says, she may not know what, I mean, I'm giving everybody the benefit of the doubt.
Tammy has our QuickBooks copy, so she can call all
So she's
this
not
out.
answering it, so I'm trying to look for a solution, we
Yeah.
just need an answer.
No,
And
I
Jessie
know,
has done
I'm
this,
just, I
probably
mean, I'll
for 10
ask Jessie,
years.
but I just, I'm not
I know,
sure
but
I
we
have
probably get an
it.
answer from Jessie, and we need an answer, and if Tammy is uncooperative, that's a whole other issue. But for our report, we, you know, that we wanted to look as favorable as possible, so we wanna make sure it gets right. Jessie's done it before, so I think that she's an easy resource to ask.
Is the balance sheet generated from QuickBooks?
Yes.
Okay.
So what questions do you need answered that need to be written down so that you get answers when you need them?
But how do you account for the withdrawals from the trustee of the trust funds into the revenues for the town?
Though, are we making note of that question being asked?
So here, I will write it right on here,
I like that.
and,
You need to know what specific answers you need to get the job done. I don't think you have a lot of time left, right?
you know,
So when will we get proofs? What are we looking at for timeframe?
I expect there'll be a proof back tomorrow or Wednesday.
And I guess my question is, where Jessie hasn't been involved in this, will she have enough knowledge of the figures to be able to?
well, I think it's kind of, it should be a standard transaction you do every year, I would think. Or, I mean, if, like, you could ask both of them, you can write Jessie or Tammy, or ask her, Jessie.
So it's kind of who enters the transfers from the trust funds into our accounts into
Right.
QuickBooks is really the question.
That's-
I took the wrong pen, I think I took it from his desk. She, think you want-
Is it OLL?
THOLL.
I think last year was,
Doesn't matter. We'll just
I could
take
type
it.
it wrong.
Last year we weren't doing it to show that.
Yep. Well, the formatting on those from last year was horrible.
Well, I mean, sometimes when you get it from PDF,
Yeah.
it doesn't translate well. That's why I wanted the original document.
Yeah.
And you were sure the supervisor of the checklist had expired this year?
I'm sorry?
You were sure that the supervisor of the checklist expired this year?
So whatever Kathleen's appointment is, that's what it should be. Her husband was appointed mid-year to fill a
He
vacancy.
definitely does.
So that would only be until this election, so it'd be ending until 2020, and then the third one is vacant. Those are long appointments, those are 5 and 6 years, 5 and 6 years of appointments.
I don't think it was, By the way, there's going to be another, session, the 29th. Registered vote.
Oh, okay.
I said, what are we going to do now?
That's a Saturday.
She asked me.
I was wondering about, for like, people who need to register to vote,
Mhm.
and what the deadlines are for absentee ballots and things, so, so say that again,
The 29th.
February 29th. So you have to get your information into the town clerk before then.
Well,
If
you
you're
can
having-
get it to the town clerk, before then.
Before then, so they can deal with it that night.
At that night, or you can come that night and do it.
Right.
So I have this. So basically, this is the profit and loss for 2019, and this is 2018. So here we have this line item, operating transfers in 3196. So that's coming in from the trust funds. But here, it's not even listed there. So I said, does not have an operating transfer in income statement. So what is that, a dollar amount is 15 what?
So the total, if everything
It's like,
was paid, came into our funds and was paid, the total is $15,982.14.
yeah, two. I'm good for like 3 numbers in a row.
$15,000.
Yeah, no, I if you had made it up this morning, I could do like 4 or 5, but.
So what are you saying, we should start having breakfast meeting? No.
And 10 years ago, I might have been able to do 6, but, you know.
And it must be in there, because our
Right. And maybe it's 'cause-
numbers are closed, so it might be.
and maybe it's
somehow-
some like order of operations where like if the MS9's not uploaded yet, it doesn't, you know what I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
Where is, does anybody have one of the printouts of 2019 register kind of thing that we got? I didn't bring mine.
I'm sorry, which, you know,
Oh, for 2019,
No, I don't think I ever had it.
Oh, so they wrote that last
yeah,
year.
she did one for 2018, 2019 expenditures.
This was hard.
Yeah, that'd be good, yeah.
I'm still not, what printout?
The report that you printed out that showed what was expended for 2018 and then 2019.
Yeah.
And I think
Yes.
if
I'm sorry.
we.
No, that's fine, I'm just okay,
Is that
okay,
what she's got, you want to look at her?
Right, take your word for it.
It's there.
Yep.
No, it just says that some of the
Verifying the numbers.
places
Yeah.
that the money went, I saw it in the ledger as well as the checkbook.
Okay.
So that's why I'm
For
questioning.
18, but not for 19.
No, I did in 19.
19 too,
If you
okay.
look under the highway department
Yeah.
expenditures, I saw, what is it, K something, trucking, we bought used parts.
Or something.
No, he bought, it was McDevitt too, but there was one for KA,
Canadian or
Canuta, but there was also one that said in the ledger that,
I would take that.
so if they're the same amount, somehow that money's not getting put in the proper place when it gets deposited into the town account. Or maybe it's just
All
a,
certificates are state reports, so more
Nice.
than
You need a detail one, you don't have a detail one.
So like, we dedicated, the thing to the lab, and then marriages, which is, I was asking about, just. In Wisconsin, I remember like a divorce, like, you can get remarried for 6 months.
Yeah.
This is one's, I don't know, New Hampshire may have different rules.
I guess it's not our era. It's not our era.
Comes from the state.
Right,
So-
so, right, so it's, but it's 7 months apart.
I mean, it could be, I'm just
It could be
saying, it was just
possible.
really weird to see his name twice.
Okay, so this is the
Minutes from last.
minutes from last year.
Oh, okay, now I get it, 'cause I was like, I didn't have
See,
those.
that's
in
what I was
the
saying, she doesn't put a title at the top of it. You have to know what it is, to know what it is.
So we've got, Library trustee Nancy Smith was for 3 years, so 2022.
No, this one is a select person for 2 years. Oh, so Carol got elected even though she was appointed.
She got appointed, then she ran for a 2-year position.
Okay, look at you.
We can't change any of those.
No,
They
we
have
don't
to
want
stay that way.
Well, they actually can be changed, that's part, but it would have to be at the town meeting. If somebody sees an error in the minutes, they can correct it just.
At
like they-
town meeting, but
at
we're
town-
not correcting
No,
them.
not, it's not
No.
a selectman.
That's what I'm saying, we're not correcting them.
But I'm just checking our officer list, so we've got,
This is
yeah. So that's a 3-year term for 2022. These were just write-ins,
Oh,
so nobody, I mean, these two ran, they
Yeah.
got elected, these were just write-ins.
oh, okay.
If you get 2 or 3 or whatever, you got 2, people will come in because there's nobody running.
Okay.
Um, Okay.
Yep.
Having any luck
That's-
getting the
ah,
cable?
no, I see.
What's
So
that?
this is
Any
one
luck
of
with the
the-
cable?
Exactly.
Got it.
No, I haven't got to that yet. Yeah, I need to do that, but
The-
too much other stuff going on.
Tell me about it.
wasn't-
The only reason I want it is because when they bring your computer, they bring the laptop.
Oh,
And I
okay.
can have the laptop here looking up stuff that they're asking.
That'd be nice.
Yes,
I like my laptop.
Motions and seconded, and
yeah.
Pretty handy.
Mhm.
look at all these
Okay.
select board meetings, because it was Kathy.
Yeah, I'll see if I can-
Select board should go for meetings, so
See if I can get that done.
so we have to just kind of
Because
decide
they're
amongst
doing-
ourselves how we handle that.
This weekend, they're doing the email.
I think,
Oh,
wait a
good.
minute.
I'm
I
getting more
think
garbage in that email. It's
the chair
horrible, the
figured
stuff
it
that's
out.
coming through it. So that'll be an improvement, I would assume.
Was Kathy
It
the
better
chair?
be.
Yes.
So she,
Unbelievable.
I just, you know, I
I'm
can,
just saying,
if you
and
want
I didn't do
to.
anything, because they
Yeah.
were not speaking to me all night. I sat there at the end of the table, so.
I would rather be inclusive, and I would rather, I mean, I don't have to read them all, we can take turns, or I can, and you can take turns seconding them, I don't, we can.
Yep.
Whatever way you want. It's not a
Usually
big
the
deal.
chairman does it every meeting, every,
Yeah, and that makes sense, and I'm willing to do that. and
so
then-
there's nothing to negotiate is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, oh, okay. All right, I'm just saying that
You know, what
I'm,
we used to do at the school is our secretary or whoever took the minutes would pass out forms and you'd write on your name, who's gonna first this one, who's gonna second this one. And every now and then, somebody in the audience would be assured, how everybody,
okay. Do you need a motion to approve?
So the only changes we're gonna make are this spelling in the term
Yes,
and
we're gonna
the
question
trustee, you're gonna print the whole report.
on one page,
Yeah, well, you only got a part, yeah.
yeah. Do you want mine?
No, I did it, I got it somewhere, I just grabbed the wrong one that Cory today.
Yeah, because I did print it before my printer decided to be uncooperative.
So this one is a little bigger, but it's the one I
Yeah.
printed. And I think this is the one that somebody wrote on it.
That's all right, I can do it, you can do it, I can do it.
Okay.
I just need to,
Okay. And so this is a figure that we're questioning right here.
yeah, she.
You got it, okay? All right.
You want these back, or do you need them?
Yeah, I kinda would, kind of make sure I don't have to. So I gotta make the trustees a trust fund, I've gotta fix the terms and the spelling of the names, and that's the only things.
But other than that, kudos.
Good.
Good job. Okay, we have to sign and post the warrant.
We don't have to do it necessarily today. However, it has to be posted the 24th, which means it needs to be signed, which is next Monday.
So why don't we do it today, if you have it ready for us?
I think it
Hmm?
the pile is a mess again.
Did we mess you up
It
again?
doesn't take much, especially at this time of day, and especially where I came in late trying to get this minutes.
for that, could you two just sign this? And then we'll give it to her to get reimbursed.
Is that for the welfare?
For the non-public thing,
Well, no, it doesn't, I'm just having them approve it too.
yeah.
Their names and then it's.
Here's the warrant, and here's the MS 636.
You can't change that either, I already sent it to Melissa Dasha.
Um, No, it says on the MS 636 that you need to, this form is posted with the warrant on what date? So who's going to post the warrants? I mean, I can post it here. I don't think you put this up on the website, do you?
I don't know that.
I think I've seen them on other people's websites.
I think the warrants usually go on the website.
Okay, I can do that. But it probably should be at the transfer station too. I don't think there's any place else. I don't know where you normally post them.
So you could upload as a PDF on the website and
On the website, here, and the transfer station, that would be, I don't think we have to publish it anywhere, do we?
No.
And it'll probably, I don't know if, who has access, but there's some stuff on the front page, the main page, that could probably come down, because it's old. You know, like cleaned up a little bit.
Oh, on the
Yeah.
web?
Mm-hmm.
I think the whole site needs to be revamped.
The problem is to talk to somebody that if you,
Emily, Sheltry or Emily?
if you get a good website, it automatically moves the old stuff out when you put the new stuff in, and this one does not do that.
But in the meantime,
And I was told that I wasn't supposed to delete anything, because then you lose your history of what's been done. Which I'm not sure that's right, but I just, I don't know, so I'm,
Well,
I
even,
think if we're talking about
you have meeting notices that are like from
that
January.
are old, I don't see any reason they can't be deleted.
They're part of the record.
especially if they're on this, like, if they're like ours, like, you know, so it's like, we have the front page and you have the select board section, so it's like, a lot of the stuff like the town, the budget meeting is on the select board, but I think unless, I wouldn't have known unless I was on the select board to look there.
Look in the select
I would look
board.
at the town page and go, well, how come it's not
So if
posted?
you pull up Town of Dalton, you'll see there's a lot of old information on there
It's
that,
on the base page.
yeah,
I think that
try to-
confuses
I
people.
usually end up putting stuff up twice, once on the notices and once on their department page.
Right, which is good, to have them both places.
right, but you
But-
can delete
Delete the old
Older.
ones, I think.
But
Right. meeting notices.
But
2018 minutes can move to the back.
Right, well, they
They can
do
be archived.
normally.
I think he's talking about the notices.
But the notices get kind of clunky when you look the.
Well,
Well, and not
it can
only
be
that, when you put the
confusing.
notices, it also prints the date you put it up, which is totally confusing. That they should not be part of what's printed,
Anyway,
but that's,
so we need to put these, post these on the line,
Okay.
online. Can somebody pick them up, take them to the transfer station for Monday?
They're not open on Monday.
before.
It's only Tuesday and Saturday.
Today's already, so it'd be like tomorrow or
Tomorrow.
Saturday.
I could probably grab them and put them up there.
The reason I ask is, it asks what day it was posted. And I don't know whether, I suppose you could put the 24th, because it was posted by the 24th. Anyway,
We all have to sign.
I've only ever had to sign them, so I don't know how to do the rest of it.
I am just thinking that they have to be posted by the 24th.
So we don't have the information on the time and location and the date of the town meeting?
Yeah, whatever.
And I don't know
Pen's
whether
right there.
that will come on
Carol.
when,
Your pen is right there.
No, it doesn't write.
It all doesn't
when I
work.
get it back from the state.
Then it doesn't matter.
I think I stole
Whether
it
that
from you.
automatically prints on it.
Probably.
I can print another signature page, but if, I need you guys to sign, so either you're gonna have to come back in and sign.
So this is signing that we've had it posted, so we could do this after it's posted, I believe. We certify and attest that on or before a true and attested copy of this document was posted at the place of meeting and at the location, and that an original was delivered to the official, which would be Jesse, right, as town clerk.
I thought the signature page was posted with the page, and I'm not positive.
It could be, because I mean, it has the town, the information about the town meeting, which is blank right now.
Can this go? Should we even be signing the MS 636 form? Because what happens, form due date 20 days after the annual meeting. I'm wondering if
Where do you see that?
we're here for this one.
But it is also something somewhere that says it has to be posted with the warrant.
Oh, yeah, what is,
So this is a warrant.
these are the actual budget, but that could change at town meeting. That's what I'm wondering.
This form was posted with the warrant on. So this has to be posted with the warrant. We have to have the date that it was posted. And these forms have to be uploaded to the tax city.
Actually, they already have been, except for the signed ones.
The sign, right,
The signed ones.
signatures, kind of like what I did in. And except for the question about, I guess we had, this was zero last term too. This was from special revenue funds.
Yeah. We need to have that done before we sign.
This was where we wondered if that should be the $15,982.
We can't,
But on last year's, it
Well,
was
if you're
zero.
gonna make changes, and there's no need of signing, well, you can sign and I can print it without it. I don't know, you need to sign it, so you either need to come back and sign it, or I can do it and attach the signed page to the rest of it.
so we're meeting next Monday, correct? And
But you have
that
to post it before your meeting.
town meeting. So I believe it has to be 10 days, 10 business days prior to town meeting,
It has to be posted by the 24th, that's one of the dates on the agenda.
which is 10 days before,
Yeah.
10 business days before town meeting. So that's have to be going for 10 days. Without that answer, I say we get the answer and that,
It doesn't say by what time the 24th, so technically I suppose we could post it to the wall at our meeting. And I could always go upload it to the website. And then somebody could take it to the Douglas one, that would be on the 24th, it'll be on the 25th.
Anna Gilbody was at the July meeting, by the way.
yeah, we talked about that, we were. then
They
we
said
thought
that
went to
they
that
said she
meeting.
wasn't, right?
Well, the minutes,
The minutes, I looked at them quickly today.
Don't reflect it,
I
But I
thought
just-
they didn't reflect it.
I
but
just confirmed though that she was there, because Sarah
they're
Doucette,
on the board, aren't they?
I'd have to look.
Cause that's what we
I
were
have them.
saying,
I
is
have
that it
minutes
doesn't
don't
reflect
say
her being there, but yet,
Sarah was there and took notes, so she doesn't know who she is, but she took notes that she was there.
Yeah. Yeah, and they did mention that Sarah and Nancy Kumar was there.
Right.
So on the meeting minutes for July, there's no date here, 2019. Present members, Cory, David, Christine, Julie, Doug, and Vanessa.
somewhere I saw Sarah's name on one of them.
Yeah, because they were there, they talked about the roles of the commission and
I
whatnot.
read that,
Yeah, but
are those,
So at that meeting, she said in her notes, Anna was there.
The ones that you sent me, I read where,
So I have that Nancy Morrison and Sarah Doucette were at the May meeting.
In May, okay. I'll confirm that.
Yeah, I don't have anything about anybody else there. So the draft minutes that they provided are online now.
Yes, I'm on the bulletin board.
Yeah.
so, what are we gonna do? Find that answer out and stop back later and sign this?
Why do we not sign it tonight, just because of the?
We have to sign it and have it posted Monday the 24th.
Right, so continue, just reprint the front page with the time and address and stuff, how long would that take?
And they won't have signatures.
But we were wanting that
So
figure.
The question is, so on the MS 636, the only question we have, and you said that last year, it was, I don't think it was last year. It was 0 for transfers.
Oh, okay, yeah,
In from
right,
special revenue funds
Right.
as well.
so that's the MS 636.
Right. Which has to be attached to the warrant.
Oh, okay,
So if we're gonna post them, are we gonna wait and get that answer?
yeah, I would say so.
I would say so. I
So-
would also say if we get that answer, I can stop by and sign mine whenever, if you
Me
leave them
too.
in the office.
Yeah,
Do you have a, zoning board meeting Wednesday? That means if I get it by Wednesday. Oh, the other thing is the 24th is the date of posting, that's the date of the meeting.
so you're saying that we have
It
to post?
doesn't say what time on the 24th,
And our
so,
meeting's actually the 24th.
10 business days prior to town meeting is when it has to be posted.
so, we can sign it the 24th, march it out to the wall. I'll go in and upload it to the website before I go home.
Landfill's not open until Tuesday anyways, at noon time, so.
And
The what?
The landfill doesn't open until Tuesday at noon, so it
then
wouldn't
we'll-
matter.
And then we'll get it to
So if you
landfill on
posted at
Tuesday.
noon, then
But I mean, at least it's posted.
as long as it's there, it'd be fine.
And it will have been posted in 2 places on the
Yeah.
24th. So let's just do it that way, we'll do
Just
it at
make
the
sure
next
that it's there
meeting.
at noon time, you post it, it would be the first.
Makes it not so rushed.
Yeah, I mean, in last
Now, the
year,
only other thing is, do you need it fixed for the town report?
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah,
it looks better having a deficit of $24,333 than $39,000.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's how we got that
Yeah,
figure.
absolutely.
So I don't know where,
I mean, that's why I've been pushing Tammy for a week for answers, and,
Oh, it's not you.
No, it's,
No, but
98% of the
it
townspeople
comes
won't
down
even
to me,
pay
it
any
has to
attention,
get it
it'll be
done.
that 2%
and come
that
in
does.
the days that I didn't plan to. 'cause I
That'll be the
got
problem.
things at home that to do. So,
okay, so, and do you want me to fill out the information on the date here of the,
No, we're gonna have to reprint them anyways, don't worry about it.
okay,
But
because that should come through, I would think it would print out.
And it may after it's been approved.
Oh, okay,
It has not come back from DRA, it's been approved. yet.
okay. And if it comes back from DRA, we probably need to take your approved version. Just go with that at this point. I don't think we can change it at this point.
was it loaded up to DRA as what it is now?
Yes, I sent it out to DRA on Friday, because we're running out of time.
It had to go out.
The, so it's wrong anyway then? It's gonna be,
Well, in the past, none of the revenue transfers were recorded, at least last year.
Yeah.
So it's consistent,
mhm.
Whether it's right is a different question, but it's consistent with what was done last year, so I'm comfortable letting it go. I think I think the question is, the other form that is in the town report, you have it back, it has the net assets, that's the one I
balance
think
sheet
I'm.
report.
Hmm?
Well,
The balance,
the
right.
two are gonna be tied together, because they're printed from the same source.
So is that sheet printed from the portal?
No, but the totals in that report are printed from QuickBooks.
Okay, and I do have our total budget request here, which is right. So it does not, on this report, have
I guess
the expenditures and the budget for last year as the total. It just has the appropriation proposed for next year.
which means that if you really wanna know, go look at the last year's town book and you'll get your figures. Most people won't bother to do that. I'm just saying.
Okay, here we have,
It kind of sounds like the die has been cast. That's what's going on with the DRA, so I mean, we might as well just sign them.
I think we have,
DRA can reopen it and fix it, I mean, they can do anything, the only matter is, the thing we got is we got deadlines.
yeah.
I say we sign it.
I think we have to go with it at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, we've worked hard to try to get it as close as we can, and
At least this year it's 15,000, I'm having 4,000.
right.
Oh, that doesn't make
The
sense.
money they took out of the trust funds, we only took 15,000, and not 104, and so it's not,
Last year,
not as
Right.
big a difference.
Well, yeah, but they bought trucks and other stuff, so just means that they didn't pave this year.
So does he need this more paving money?
They're gonna put $75,000 more in.
No, I know, I said, but is he?
Yeah, that's what Jesse said the other night, he's saving it up for a big paving job.
No.
they paved the lake road last year.
Is that what it
That's right.
That was Steve.
Thank you.
Well, I was wondering, so I was pulling out, what I was wondering is that where they stopped paving, because they obviously paved into Dalton. So I was like thinking in my head, I'm like, how did they figure that out in the money? Right?
That was the state.
Okay.
Even, well, it's like, 1 year Whiteville will plow to the Dalton line, and the next year Bethlehem will. They take an alternate.
All I can say is, I rode in the back of an ambulance last night from this town to Littleton, the front way, and it was the roughest ride that I've ever been on.
So I have two stories about rough rides. One was riding in the back of an ambulance from, well, the other side of the river, but down to the bridge between here and Lisbon and back. I never realized the Lisbon Road was so curvy, and the ambulance swayed, and like, when I went into labor with Chris in Japan, I had the option of a, 15-minute helicopter ride or driving down, and I thought we wanted our car to have we were at Sagamihara near Camp Zama, and I was going to Yokosuka to deliver. So we drove, which was a,
Big mistake when you're in labor.
2 hours drive, because of traffic in Japan. I never realized the road was so bumpy.
Well, isn't that what they tell you to do, is drive over a bumpy road if you need to induce labor?
It was still 24 hours
Well,
later
let me
when they
tell
did
you, this
C-section.
road out here is bumpy when you have,
And then am I supposed to
I
sign this, or
hit
we supposed to
one
sign that?
bump.
I think we're supposed to approve the payment.
this is all I have.
Okay.
I don't dare call and ask for anything else, Jo Beth, from them.
So did that end up just being one night?
I put on paper one night only.
Yeah.
And I haven't heard from
You probably won't, because state police are involved.
Oh, good. Well, not good for, but at least it's out of our hands.
It's gonna be a legal custody, guardianship type deal.
So in terms of like the June tax bills or whatever the next one's like, do those automatically get printed now because the tax rate's set?
Yes.
Or is that like this?
They're half of last year's.
Okay, so is there any other, between all this stuff when this gets said and done,
Then
is
we
there
have
any other?
October will be the next to do for December, and that will depend on what the school budget passes,
Right, okay,
correct?
all right. So
That
we're getting,
was,
so we're through most of the Herculean tasks of being a select board. and
Yes.
so-
I'm gonna give this to you.
The one on top is the reimbursement, so to go with the checks.
I'll file this somewhere so you don't get paid
I
until.
don't care. Just
Okay.
next time, we're gonna have a credit card.
So the date, so when I go to the meeting tomorrow, so you're gonna, there's gonna be something that's gonna be posted on the website that's gonna basically say that we're interested in, anybody that's, candidates that are interested in, being on the.
And serving on the commission, right.
So that will be forthcoming, and we're gonna wait till after
Do you
all
want me
the.
to get it up before or after your meeting?
Well, I mean, I just don't think we have the bandwidth right now, we're not gonna interview anybody until after.
Right, right.
No, because we'll get the letters first, like we did with.
Right, so there'll be something, we just didn't wanna, like, with all the other activity going on for the next 3 weeks, we didn't wanna convolute anything.
Right, but we wanted to let them know,
Yeah.
we wanna, that's why we said.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
letter
so that's
before
where
we
they
posted
can, right, so
anything.
they can certainly apply.
Absolutely. And be considered, yeah. And I think in terms of, they're not gonna be happy about it, but, we're looking at providing support, it was not in their minutes, but it was, I remember the conversation where they had some technical challenges getting water samples, they hadn't sampled water.
I
for a
didn't
couple
see
of
that in
years.
the minutes.
Hmm?
No, they didn't
No,
put it in
that's-
their
It
minutes.
was not,
Just
no,
that the select
I know.
board didn't know what they were doing.
So
It's
we
in
wanna
our
make sure we
minutes,
have
so
the technical capabilities to do that. We also want to make sure that somebody's there to ensure that right to know laws are
Mhm.
followed.
Yep.
And one of the things that we'll be looking at after the town meeting is having some right to know training.
Right.
That will be a requirement for people on
We talked about that for zoning, planning board,
the,
like having them do a whole big group.
maybe. I think what I've heard, and I have not verified it, is it's probably like $400, but if it were for everybody,
It would be worth it.
I think it would be worth it. And we are concerned because they could be personally liable if there was a lawsuit. So we don't want that to go on them as volunteers. We wanna support them and support the activity of the Conservation Commission.
She did such a nice little turning things off.
You should see the letters that are.
The trouble is, you need to get your shovel.
Trying to be positive, trying to let it, and if we just fight, it's not gonna anywhere. Okay. We have a letter to deal with that we did not deal with a couple of weeks ago. And I was just looking for it, I know I had it, but it was buried.
Did we see this letter?
Yes, yes. And you refused to accept it? And I know I had it. Yep.
Oh, that letter. I got, I was like, what other letter?
So this letter was dated January 26th, and we discussed it in a non-public session. And it is, Dear Jo Beth, Tamela, as there's been no action on my application submitted September 2019 to become the permanent administrative assistant for the town of Dalton. I can only assume you have no interest in my filling this position. Therefore, I hereby tender my resignation effective March 20th, 2020. This will get you past town meeting and should give you time to advertise and find a replacement. So I think we have to act on it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I
Yeah.
will recuse myself from,
So you worked on, I saw that you said the draft.
Hmm?
You said the draft.
I just, before the meeting, I worked on the, first of all, I think we need a motion to accept the letter of resignation.
I'll make a motion to accept the letter of resignation.
I'm recusing myself.
I guess I second, I thought when we last discussed this that we were gonna put it off until we advertised and that she would be here to kind of help.
I mean, that's, will be.
So Tina said she would help the transition. I mean, I think the date could be negotiated. We could have that in.
Can it be negotiated?
Probably. That's how it comes up with my family.
You know, we can't make you stay, but we also depend on you. You know, as far as, so do we have a advertise?
So, I checked on the law, online, and we still have that position
Yeah,
up
it's
there.
still up there.
It's still up there. So I took it and I converted it to Word, and I started editing it, and I sent it just before this
Is that what you
meeting.
sent just before I got here? Oh, I didn't have a chance to read it, sorry.
Yeah, that's a couple copies.
So, there are a couple copies with the changes draft. It needs some work, because I made so many changes, it really needs to be like reorganized or redone.
Yeah.
But I wanted to at least give it
Yeah, so I'll take
start
out,
a
yeah.
discussion.
Yep.
I added in like, the accounts payable piece.
Mhm.
A question I have is, we have a town auditor, but do we have an outside audit?
No
For-
more.
Do we have, are we required to for any reason?
Not if you have an elected one.
Hmm?
Not if you have an elected one.
Okay.
And that was something that we couldn't get, Odell to do, or did nobody did not let her.
I'm sorry?
We had talked about,
Oh, probably. Greg's wife.
you know,
I don't think we've asked her. Is anybody running for auditor?
No.
is there?
I have no idea.
I don't think
I
so.
know I haven't-
Yeah, I didn't see it.
I think auditor was open, at least on, no canvas.
Yeah, it is. So we'll have to deal with that. I did call, Keeler Accounting Service, and they don't do a lot of municipal accounting now, but ours is so simple, they probably could. They wouldn't wanna even look at it till after tax season though.
Right, and how about payroll?
They do, then I talked about payroll.
Because that would
And
be
it sounds like our
immediate need.
payroll is pretty simple, because we just basically have the W-2s.
Right.
You know, we don't have any retirement plan, benefits would be separate. I don't know if they would take us on before
Who is this?
Keeler, Keeler in Littleton, it's accounting service.
What is it, Daisy and McMahon? Did we talk to them?
I have not, I just called them quickly this afternoon, just to get a feel for what was out there.
Yeah.
I know Daisy McMahon
So
does
do
a
we-
lot for Littleton
Because we do have to make a decision on
businesses too.
A letter of engagement.
letter engagement. I
They basi-
moved to put it off, because I feel like we finished
Without their help.
the budget hearing,
Right,
but we're still preparing
Right,
for
and we
the town
paid-
meeting.
right, and we're preparing for town meeting, we paid them through the end of
Did you see their?
February.
Mhm.
I mean, we paid them through the end of February.
And they agreed to
Could do
work
it
with us
until-
through March,
Right, right, so we want, that's what, we said that we would decide after that.
after town meeting.
Right. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I think that's our response.
all right, but
And
you
then we
have,
just do research.
you comfortable with me
Yes.
on it?
Yep.
Okay.
But, you know, there are other ones that might take us on, is what I'm
Sure, right.
saying.
Right, we just have to do some research.
Right, and you mentioned New Dimensions, which is a temporary employment agency.
Right, that they could provide somebody to do the accounts payable and stuff for you. I mean, Doreen, I used to work with the BSI, works there,
Okay.
and I tried to get her to come to school with, she wouldn't, but anyway, she's a whiz on QuickBooks and stuff, and she's just fast and quick and good.
What's her last name?
Doreen Newell. But Nancy Dukowski from Upper Hill runs it. And Nancy used to work for Dalton. I'm not sure what capacity or whether it's advisory or what, but
You know, she worked here at one point.
Yeah,
She sat right in the office and did the job at
did
one
she,
point.
did she?
okay, well,
I remember her.
I knew she'd been associated with it, cause she and I
Yeah,
had.
she was here for a while.
I think so, yeah, she
Yeah.
and I had,
I remember her.
anyway, that's,
Yeah.
but she and I used to work together, well, we know each other going way back, but I haven't seen her talk with her for years.
Okay, was she the owner?
But she's the owner, yeah.
Okay.
Because that would give you somebody to come in and do, and sometimes you get the persons who they end up coming and staying with you, know, they start as a temp. So you would pay Nancy, and Nancy would pay them.
And Doreen could provide some oversight at least, or,
Well, I don't know how their offices
yeah.
are set up, so I don't know if you get Doreen or if you get somebody else, I just,
I haven't do research.
but yeah,
Yeah.
that's the only, and I did a little bit of research back a while ago. And those were the only two names I came up with local that did, like outside bookkeeping. So, I don't know who you said of it.
Daisy and McMahon, used to be Christopher McMahon. Daisy and McMahon, I know they do a lot for, people, they do our accounting for us. I do it and then they do the tax stuff, because I'm not getting into trying to figure out
Tax
what the
laws.
new tax law is, I
Yeah.
can't handle
Yeah.
that.
And there are a lot of people that do that, but they don't wanna come in and do the actual day-to-day.
They do a lot of businesses in Littleton now, is what I'm saying, on top of doing, and you're right, tax season is here and,
So it's a hard time to,
Yeah, and you need somebody that can do it year round, not just 9 months of the year.
well, they would still, once they got into
Once
the,
they committed, yeah.
you know,
There's been
And
a
it
lot
could
of
be
them
that
through the
we-
years.
what?
There's been a lot of them through the years here doing that job. In the 10 years I've been here, there's been a lot of them through there.
Which I think is probably how you ended up with Crane and Bell.
Well, I'm just thinking more of the bookkeeper for the town, there's been a lot of different ones through the years.
yeah.
So we kind of have the response to them that we want, right? We basically want them to stick with the original agreement, so say
Right.
this about the town meeting, that's our response.
Yeah.
And then,
Are you
and
comfortable
then,
with
and we
doing
agree that
that?
we will compensate them for anything that they've done. Maybe
Right.
we should subtract for the lack of support and any of the other stuff, but, I mean, they still do all that stuff, I mean, we haven't had any real,
I think that's a, if we were going to engage them, that would be the conversation.
Right.
To have it,
but I think that ship has sailed.
yeah, I think,
I've not had a good experience.
I'm not happy with them. Are you happy with them?
Oh, I've had just wonderful times with them.
And they're all still connected, whether anybody wants to believe that or not.
Well, I
Okay,
think, right,
They're all still connected.
So,
Yeah.
so going forward, I mean, I think we need to work on what we want the position to look like.
right.
In the meantime, do you want me to reach out to any conventions, just to find somebody in an interim basis?
Okay.
Or to fill in at least a good piece of it, the accounts payable piece? or-
Yeah, because
What about also, like, talking with, White Mountain Community College to see if they have somebody in a business program that would be interested in doing,
Like an internship or something?
well,
Or,
it's not a full 40-hour-a-week job, but there are a lot of kids going to college for business degrees that
Might use some money.
in the Dalton area or Whitefield area that would be able to come and take minutes. I mean, it's not like they're gonna be 8 hours taking minutes at a meeting unless it's one of those extremely long ones. But you know what I'm saying? There might be somebody who has the, I mean, the right,
Yeah. I mean, I did put it out on New Hampshire Government Finance Officers Association back a long time ago. They got nothing on it.
and
But
how-
they're more looking for town administrator which is a step up from.
Yeah,
what
that's why I
did.
was thinking a college student that was
No.
going to school, needed 20 hours a week to just,
I did look at the Franconia administrator position, because they're hiring.
Yeah.
And I could not, my printer started acting up. It won't print anything for me right now. Keep saying it's out of paper, it isn't. But you may take a look at that. I mean, I think we probably need to keep it as an administrative assistant, just because we probably can't afford an
And I'm not
administrator.
sure what the difference in responsibilities are, except I know there's a step up
Right,
supposedly.
okay, and everything.
Well, definitely pay, but sometimes you get the title, you get the pay, and you're really doing the same work as somebody that
yeah.
It's a lot of
was there
overlap.
before at a lot lesser pay.
Yeah.
Why is she leaving?
Why? She's got a new job in Guilford, finance director, closer to home, closer to where her fun is, and, well, a lot more money.
And are we thinking that it's 20 hours a week?
Oh, I don't know what we're thinking, I'm just saying, you know,
I know they keep saying that and I know I don't work as fast as a young person like that. My mind just doesn't work as fast as it used to, but,
doesn't either.
I don't think 10 to 15 is a very reasonable estimate. If you're doing 10 to 15, then you're not doing a lot that I think needs to be done. And probably you can get by without doing some of that.
I feel like we have more that we should be doing.
I'm gonna
like
stack a
revamping
pending that I
She's good.
can, you know,
No, I mean, I'm just saying in
Yeah.
terms of the position, I'm thinking, I mean, 20 hours gives regular hours and, I mean, you've got evenings. The thing
I
that
would
we,
say 20 plus your meeting, because, your meeting could be 1 hour, 2 hours, 5 hours.
yeah,
So that could add to it, and that's a lot of the extra time, especially when you have 2 meetings a week. But,
that's, then all of a sudden you've taken half your time.
No, I know, yeah. But, yeah, because every meeting you have to bring up minutes to type up, and you gotta do the draft, you gotta upload them, you gotta, you know, I mean, it's just a certain,
The other thing is, I know the planning board could use somebody to handle the administrative parts of that. So it'd be like taking things up to the Coles County Registry of Deeds and things. So I kind of added some of the back, but it's really clunky about
I mean, you could
being
also
able
go,
to travel. So we really want somebody who can go to take documents to Lancaster and has a driver's
You-
license.
you could also go 15 plus. And if that person had more time, like you said, they could do all the minutes for all the meetings. And if they don't wanna do minute meetings, then we have administrator and then meetings on the side, that we'd have to find someone else to come in and record.
or the other thing is to do the administrator who does the oversee and the timber tax and, you know, things like that. And have somebody else that can do the filing and the accounts payable and stuff like that, you know. that-
Yeah, so I guess,
So you might split it into a 2-person, but it depends on who you get.
so that's one of the
The other
things.
thing that I'll throw out is if you mold all of them sort of together, if you get the right person and somebody that could do planning board minutes, I think the ZBA is probably okay. I think they're not gonna have that many meetings, and I don't think that the Conservation Commission much should be taking minutes, but the planning board stuff and the town stuff, and bringing the QuickBooks back in-house, you almost not enough for a full-time position.
Yeah, and I think if we just look
And it
at,
would cost you more money than if you have a full-time position and offer health benefits. You're more
Yeah,
apt to
that-
qualify for
mine,
that.
I don't think we're budgeting for that right now.
But it is gonna cost you some more money, and you're gonna have to get the town to buy into it.
So the actions really are, right now, is we have to get finalize the admin job description, and then maybe reach out to some other accountants and try to get through the town meeting and then figure out what we're gonna do.
And I think at the town meeting, we're not sure yet, right? Well, we'll see.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Do we have anything for non-public?
You haven't voted on this.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we
Didn't I
did.
say I seconded it? Oh, I guess I seconded it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'm recused.
So, I have one quick thing. That I am going to return the letter to Mount Carberry on what our tonnage is, because they have requested to know what the town was looking at, if we would go there. I will email that back to her. Are we all okay with that?
That sounds good.
It's not a commitment, it's just a.
I'm just saying, I'm gonna do that
Give her that
because,
information,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because I think
It's
people
still
people are
pending
gonna start
online.
lining up now because, and
Yeah.
CS is.
I wanna
shutting
get
down.
that letter to them,
Yes.
Yep,
okay?
and it's public information.
Yep.
And I will respond to co-ops with coming off a decision until after town meeting.
Right, like we did previously discussed.
What are you
Yeah.
doing? You're going to conservation meeting.
Yes, yes. I'm paying my dues.
You want a glass of wine afterwards?
Yes. Can I
Should
have a
we go
drink?
by-
What do you think's in here?
Should we go by like 9:30 or 10?
Yeah.
You could come over and have a beer or a glass of wine.
It's like, well, I was just like, well, we're in the upside down world, so I just have to be mentally prepared, you know? It's like, we had that discussion today about how different people pick up different things from different conversations.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, like, when I read their minutes, it seems like a different meeting than what I heard too.
So we're just looking forward to be further educated tomorrow.
Just press.
Oh, yeah.
Have to fix everything.
Yeah, but that's the other thing you can do is when they go to approve the minutes, you can bring it up, but.
Well, I'm just gonna keep my meeting, I'll keep minutes. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. Actually, yeah, I could record it on the computer.
There'll probably be a citizen there recording
I think so, there might be.
them. I just have a feeling there might be, yeah.
Simple.
And then you just have to go like this, then you just have to go like this.
You all sent out.
Yes, yes.
Use their phones to keep the text.
Uh-huh. It's
Yeah,
a, it's a
that'd be
public meeting, so you can record.
They can give us a recommendation.
Yep.
And they can be
Right.
strong about how
Right.
much, how
Right.
strongly they feel
Right.
about it too. Or we can deal with that as a
Yep.
board.
No, I'm not worried about it.
So I'm just saying, it's a public meeting, you can record it.
I'll be there recording.
Huh?
I'll be there recording.
There you go.
Cheeky.
Shocker in Short
That's
Town.
why that's why I recorded tonight.
Do you have it backed up in a security backup someplace so that if something happens, we'll have help?
Okay, anything else?
I think that was enough.
I make
You have
a motion
anything?
we adjourn.
I second the motion.
I'm sorry.
I haven't heard any more on any of that down here yet. I suspect the state will probably drag for a while, but I think we'll be fine. I have been getting update letters from DES on the top of the hill store. Apparently it must be the gas deal, and they're watching a couple sites of water or something on Bridge Hill. It's been ongoing. It's nothing to the town, it's a DES issue with him directly.
Is that where they used to have gas tanks?
Yes.
And he's
Yeah.
trying to put them
This
back.
health officer that keeps sending me these things where they say that he's hired, I guess there's a consulting firm or something that's looking into, must be groundwater and that type of stuff. And it sounds to me like if there is any issue that the state will actually step in and bear the cost of whatever. It won't be against them directly, but
So is this remediation?
yeah, it's a cleanup deal. I think the state's got a bunch of money for cleanup of all of these old sites and stuff, and they're watching them and deciding whether they need to do anything or not. And they gave a couple specific numbers on Bridge Hill that they're testing their water and that type of stuff. And but it didn't sound like they'd come up with anything directly at this point, but they're involved in it. DES is involved in
Okay.
whatever, so I'll keep you updated if I hear anything specific, but it just sounds like they're just more or less just sending me the information as health officer, but they're dealing directly with him and whatever, so. And I don't know any more about his gas tanks, he's supposed to be putting those in at some point, but that hasn't happened, so.
He's gonna put in new ones for?
Yeah, supposed to put in new pumps. My understanding is the tanks pass and they're fine, they were updated, but he wants to move the pumps, they moved them from out front and they wanna put them out on the side. I think the holdup is that to actually hook up the pumps, they have to be done by a licensed installer, if you will, so it may be a money issue type of thing, because I notice it hasn't moved along too quickly, but,
They've been behind a couple years in taxes. Do we know if they've caught up?
I don't know, it's in the here, in the new town report, I guess, I
I'm
don't know.
not sure.
Just
They
curious.
have it.
Yeah, there was like, when I have eyeballed it, it was like 24,000 when we were
But
sitting
they
at the
also
town.
are the ones that said, because of zoning, they have to do all this stuff, and I was like, no, it's not
Nothing to
because
do
of
with it.
zoning. We have nothing to do as a town, it is DES.
I know they have an issue going on there too with the state, which is probably kind of grandfathered, but the state owns right through the corner of one of the building. The right of way is right to their building and cuts one corner of it off basically, and that's been an ongoing thing there.
Back in the
but-
horse and buggy days.
But it's
it
been
wasn't
there
that
forever,
diesel
so I'm
wide.
I'm assuming it's grandfathered to some
I'm
extent,
sure.
but it's,
Now we have tractor trailers and other big things, so the road got wider.
that may be one of those properties the town might not wanna jump on too quick. Some of them are better off just floating out there. I don't know, right now, he's got the responsibility
You've
of,
got several like that in town.
yeah, exactly.
What, is there any update on the one that tore his building down?
That's the one up here, I haven't heard any more. They're
No.
testing it for asbestos.
Has any